Are you ready to listen to a podcast?
Here comes the Playhouse Podcast, thanks to Bradshaw and Bryan Law Offices.
Find, subscribe, and listen.
So I thought we could fit this in. Kelly had texted us, and sometimes we'll move stuff around. If you give us something juicy or we think it's going to be a great conversation, could offer you some help, we'll definitely fit it into the show. So she says, I know both of you are a bit removed from needing sitters for your kids, but hoping your listeners can give their opinion. Some moms in my neighborhood, they're mad at me because I refuse to pay their daughters what they want for babysitting. I have a 7-month-old. And when the girls babysit for me, I don't pay them during the time that my child sleeps. Why should I pay them for being on their phones and just sitting there? Other moms think I'm a horrible troll. Am I wrong for the way that I pay my sitters?
Yeah, I think so. I think you got to pay them for the whole time they're there, no matter what.
All I think with this first thought, Kelly, is that there's going to be an emergency and hopefully they're human enough where they take it seriously, but you never know. You don't know what people are thinking, and they're like, let's teach this lady a lesson.
There's a lot of things you can skimp on. Ketchup, sliced cheese. Don't skimp on gasoline or daycare.
Yeah, I agree with you. I don't know. Would it work for her to pay them a pretty good fee while the child's awake and then half that fee?
All going to equal out. Why not just pay them a bulk rate?
I know. I'm just thinking of a way that everybody can win. But now you don't even have a choice.
So
word is spreading like wildfire around your neighborhood, which is not a good thing.
My wife and I are going to go to dinner. We're not going to leave till 7. Our kid's only going to be awake for another hour, so I'm only going to pay for that hour because they'll sleep the whole time until we get home.
Yeah, but we won't be home
get
till
away with
midnight, and so you're only paying them for 60 minutes. Yeah.
Will you do me a favor real quick? What is the going rate for your babysitter? Mm-hmm. Even if your kid is sleeping.
Yeah, Taylor as a nanny, I'd love for you to call in because I think you have a pretty good firsthand take on that.
I'm good. How are you?
Good. We were talking about this text we got about the babysitting stuff. Like, could you ever get away with just paying somebody for only watching your kid while they were awake?
I don't think so. I'm a nanny, and I think that you are paying somebody because they are taking time out of their normal life to watch your child.
Yeah.
And I think it's really important to pay them for that. And whether that's you pay them a lower rate for the whole, time, so that you can get away with not spending quite as much money, but I think you have to pay them.
So Abby had texted, what else are little girls supposed to do when the baby is sleeping? Honestly, you're paying them to just be there, just in case a fire breaks out, grab the baby, get out of there. Do you expect them to? I would expect them to pick up toys, for sure. But I napped all the time. I remember being.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I think you pick up the toys, whatever you guys played with, probably would do the dishes of whatever you guys made.
Yeah.
Just little things like that. You're keeping the house kind of tidy and how it was before you got there kind of a thing. And then after that, yeah, if you're on your phone or watching a movie or something, you deserve a break also.
Taylor, do you nanny for a family?
Yes.
And do they try, when you took this job, did they try and negotiate a price with you, or did you just say, hey, this is what it costs?
Well, it was my first nanny job, so I was pretty lenient and not really sure what to expect.
Yeah.
But I was really happy with the rate that they gave me, and I thought that it was. I was watching one child at the time, and so I was happy with it. And it was, I had guaranteed hours of. I at least will be getting paid for 30 hours a week, whether I worked it or not. So I thought it was pretty reasonable.
Wow, 30 guaranteed hours, even if they're no, we only need you for 20 this week. Nannying and babysitting are different calibers. Do you feel like you take it a lot more seriously having that title rather than just a babysitter?
Yeah, I think so. And maybe it's because I'm with them more during the awake hours.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're there as, someone to entertain the child, but also we're doing crafts and we try and do things to help go and, learn different, different skills that they'll need in school kind of a thing.
Good for you.
Yeah, I definitely think it's more serious.
Yeah, good.
Hey, I appreciate you checking in, Taylor. Thanks a lot.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Yeah, have a great
I
morning.
think it's a pretty bad spot to be in to have the whole neighborhood talking about you.
Let's begin now.
Can melatonin or like NyQuil go bad?
Oh my God, you sound horrible. And no, actually, there are expiration dates on them.
Yeah, I think
So-
that's like a sell-by date, though. I don't know if they can. I mean, can they go bad?
Oh, sure.
'Cause I had,
They have components in them that I'm sure do not withstand the test of
Felt-
time.
Excuse me, pretty crappy last night going to bed. Hit some melatonin, hit some NyQuil, and only slept till like 10:30.
Really?
Yeah, it was a bad night.
You took too much melatonin then.
Well,
How much did you take?
15 milligrams.
Are you crazy? Are
I
you
was like,
a horse?
I gotta get a night's sleep.
What are you doing? You have to do between like 3 and 5 or you will be up by midnight. And then you'll be up.
Well,
Well,
regardless.
obviously.
I think today I turned the page on this thing and I'm finally done with it.
Sounds like it.
What'd you do yesterday? Anything fun?
I went to a coworker's baby shower, so got some free lunch. That was cute. Got Liam from school, and then had to quickly drop him off. Gave him a kiss on the forehead, and had to go to House of Pizza Sartell. And that was fun. That's like a hot spot for like happy hour. They have great deals 4 to 6. And so next Wednesday, I'm going to be at the St. Cloud location. Everyone wants that Blackstone Grill, which I don't
Very
blame
cool.
them.
Come
Yeah.
through it. You can stop at either House of Pizza location
Yeah.
anytime this week or next week and win a brand new Blackstone with KCLD.
So if you walk up, all over the walls is the QR code. So go ahead and scan it, and we don't spam you. We just want to let you know that you have a Blackstone waiting for you if you're the winner. So
Very cool.
Go ahead and check that out. And then grabbed a pizza from House of Pizza for dinner last night. Grabbed some hot wings. Went home, and we did a couple episodes of Cobra Kai. Plot twist. And I don't know.
can't
You know
believe
how
Johnny
I feel
Lawrence
about
dies.
You know how I feel about Billy Zabka and Johnny Lawrence, and now his character is something monumental is happening to him, and I don't know what to think. So I don't want to ruin it for everybody.
I liked it when he was just drinking the
Yeah,
banquet beers.
yeah.
Radio Paparazzi.
In a second. So, in the wake of the Queen's passing, everybody has their story of going to see Buckingham Palace or going to even meet the royal family. Billie Eilish, she did some of the soundtrack for No Time to Die in 2021, the Bond film. So, she got to go to the UK premiere, and she was very nervous.
I was like ready to curtsy. I was ready to not shake a hand. I was ready to not ask questions. And I was so worried about it too. I was like, I'm not going to know how to do it. And they all walked in and they were like, what's up? How are you? How's it going? And I was like, oh my God. And we thought it was like this big, like it had to be like, these are the rules, these are the rules. And they walk in and they were just so nice and like charming. Yeah.
That's unexpected.
Yeah, very. So was this when Kylie Jenner's milk dropped and she had some leakage, but she's such a pro doing her TikToks.
Okay, so last time I did a TikTok in the car. It seemed to, it looks like I'm lactating. It seemed to, I think some people thought it was like fake. I am gonna go maybe change my shirt now and see you there, KylieCosmetics.com.
I love that.
She doesn't even pause. She's got to get the hook in there.
It's true. It's true life. I remember standing at Liam's like well checkup after he was born, and my boobs were so big I was resting them on the counter like this. And I had this tube dress on because I wasn't about to put a bra on, and just leaking all over the counter. So you cannot time it out.
You're a pro.
It's its own monster. It's crazy. Jimmy Kimmel apologizing to Quinta Brunson for... Okay, so the shtick is they're hosting the Emmys. He has Will Arnett drag him out on stage like he's dead, like he's a dead body. And he just lays there through her whole Emmy speech, and he feels bad about it.
That was a dumb comedy bit. People got upset, and they said I stole your moment, and maybe I did, and I'm very sorry if I did do that. I'm sorry I did do that, actually. The last thing I would ever want to do is upset you because I think so much of you.
Well, Jimmy, let me just say thank you. It is very kind of you to say that. I honestly was in such a moment of just having a good time. Like, I won my first Emmy. I was up there, like, happy. And I was wrapped up in the moment, but honestly, I had a good night.
It was nice of him to say, I'm sorry.
I think so, too. That he, Will should have maybe kicked his dead body off the stage, so at least she would have her moment. But if you haven't watched Abbott Elementary and you like The Office and you like Community and like dry
I think
humor
it
like
feels
that.
everybody hates Chris. It feels like that to me.
But they also break that third wall and like look at the camera like they do in The Office and stuff. It's so funny. So I would check it out if I were you. Heidi Montag, who's about to give birth again from the Hills. She's turning 36 today. Prince Harry is 38. And Cindy up front, if you come to get your goodies today, she's 75.
If you had to, like it was a prison sentence, if you had to go through the history on Kat's computer here in the studio, you would want to do it away from your children or your grandparents because there's some disturbing stuff on that. The last time she got the bad infection on this, when our engineer went through it, he was even embarrassed. And he's a perv.
Whatever.
So
he's not allowed to talk. HIPAA.
I figured... There's no hip in it. I figured you would be the best to play this game, Kat. It's called Junk or No Junk.
Okay.
And I'm going to name an actor or an actress. And you're going to tell me whether or not they've shown their bits in a popular movie.
Okay.
All right. Naked or not, basically. So Junk or No Junk, Julia Roberts.
She does not do that.
You're right.
I think
Julia
we
Roberts.
see right before the butt crack when she's laying with Richard Gere, but that's it.
Junk or No Junk, Angelina Jolie.
I'm going to say no. What movie?
I don't know, but she has shown her junk. I think it was
You have to have the movie.
I don't know. I just know. Has she done a nude scene in a movie? Yes, Angelina Jolie. You can Google it. It's not going to hurt that computer anymore.
Okay. it can't possibly.
Jennifer Lawrence, junk or no junk on screen?
Junk.
Megan Fox, junk or no junk?
Surprisingly, no junk.
Megan Fox won't do a nude scene. She'll only put it on her Instagram, apparently.
Yeah.
Penelope Cruz, junk or no junk?
Junk.
You're doing well.
So it looks like Angelina has been nude in 10 movies.
Yeah.
So, wow, okay.
You just aren't seeing the right movies.
I guess not.
Kat, junk or no junk? Scarlett Johansson.
Junk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't mind showing it off. Junk or no junk, Kat? Matt Damon.
No junk. Which one? Tell me.
I don't know. You have to Google these.
I'm not really even attracted
There's
to Matt
smoke
Damon.
coming in. My wife is obscenely attracted to Matt Damon.
Is she really?
Yeah. Like, I can't watch the Martian with her because there's a spot where he has to cut his shirt off and pull the thing out of his ribs or whatever.
Hot.
And then I just hear her going, and I'm like, Trish, I'm right here, man.
Yeah.
Jennifer Garner, junk or no junk?
No junk.
Which is pretty,
Prudaholic.
yeah. Bradley Cooper, Kat, junk or no junk?
I'm going to say junk. I got to find out which that one is.
All right, go ahead. Get that search going.
Okay.
Leonardo DiCaprio, junk or no junk?
I'm going to say no junk. Which one?
I don't know. You have to Google these. I'm telling you. I just know whether or not they've done a nude scene.
You know, like, he's too paunchy for me right now. He's kind of turning into like a Jack Nicholson, older Jack
Dude's almost
Nicholson.
50. He's going to put on a little.
But like Great Gatsby, Leo, still pretty hot. So,
Was it the streets of New York? The streets of New York, he might have done a nude scene.
Don't Look Up.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Did he do a nude scene with Meryl Streep?
Oh, dude.
Okay. Okay, now.
Kristen Bell, junk or no junk?
Junk. Oh.
Kristen Bell will not do nudity.
Okay.
Finally, I think this was pretty easy. Halle Berry.
Mm-hmm. I don't
Was it
even have to answer
Monsters
that.
Ball, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I thought.
With Billy Bob Thornton.
So, here's what I want you to do. Your favorite actor from any movie that has done a nude scene.
Radio Paparazzi.
in a second. So in the wake of the Queen's passing, everybody has their story of going to see Buckingham Palace or going to even meet the royal family. Billie Eilish, she did some of the soundtrack for No Time to Die in 2021, the Bond film. So she got to go to the UK premiere, and she was very nervous.
I was like ready to curtsy. I was ready to not shake a hand. I was ready to not ask questions. And I was so worried about it too. I was like, I'm not going to know how to do it. And they all walked in and they were like, what's up? How are you? How's it going? And I was like, oh my God. And we thought it was like this big, like it had to be like, these are the rules, these are the rules. And they walk in and they were just so nice and like charming.
Yeah. That's unexpected.
Yeah, very. So was this when Kylie Jenner's milk dropped and she had some leakage, but she's such a pro doing her TikToks.
Okay, so last time I did a TikTok in the car. It seemed to, it looks like I'm lactating. It seemed to, I think some people thought it was like fake. I am gonna go maybe change my shirt now and see you there, KylieCosmetics.com.
I love that.
She doesn't even pause. She's got to get the hook in there.
It's true. It's true life. I remember standing at Liam's well checkup after he was born, and my boobs were so big I was resting them on the counter like this. And I had this tube dress on because I wasn't about to put a bra on, and just leaking all over the counter. So you cannot time it out.
You're a pro.
It's its own monster. It's crazy. Jimmy Kimmel apologizing to Quinta Brunson for, so the shtick is they're hosting the Emmys. He has Will Arnett drag him out on stage like he's dead, like he's a dead body. And he just lays there through her whole Emmy speech, and he feels bad about it.
That was a dumb comedy bit. People got upset, and they said I stole your moment, and maybe I did, and I'm very sorry if I did do that. I'm sorry I did do that, actually. The last thing I would ever want to do is upset you because I think so much of you.
Well, Jimmy, let me just say thank you. It is very kind of you to say that. I honestly was in such a moment of just having a good time. Like, I won my first Emmy. I was up there, happy. And I was wrapped up in the moment, but honestly, I had a good night.
It was nice of him to say, I'm sorry.
I think so too. That he, Will should have maybe kicked his dead body off the stage, so at least she would have her moment. But if you haven't watched Abbott Elementary and you like The Office and you like Community and like dry humor like that,
everybody hates Chris. It feels like that to me.
But they also break that third wall and look at the camera like they do in The Office and stuff. It's so funny. So I would check it out if I were you. Heidi Montag, who's about to give birth again from the Hills. She's turning 36 today. Prince Harry is 38. And Cindy up front, if you come to get your goodies today, she's 75.
What's trending? What's trending?
All right, so 12 toys are finalists now for the 2022 induction of the National Toy Hall of Fame. The best part is they've never really done this where the public can vote on what should be the top toy going in. And so some of them being Light Bright, the Spirograph, Nerf toys, Masters of the Universe, Bingo, and Pound Puppies.
This was well thought out. You adopt a pound puppy and you take it home and care for it.
Listen, I'm not big on pets at all in my home, but I think that is a really cute concept. So head on over to the National Toy Hall of Fame website.
Bingo wasn't in the Hall of Fame yet.
I'm surprised every single year with what is not in the Hall of Fame. Pinatas, the spinning top, not in there either. So those are some that you can vote on. All right, so following the release of the trailer, the teaser trailer for the live action version of the Disney's The Little Mermaid, The Little Mermaid, Ariel, is black. And so these parents are filming the reaction of their daughters who are black, and their initial reaction is so pure.
She's brown. She's black. She's black. He's like me.
There is nothing more pure than that reaction and the excitement that white people have no idea about. It's just been Cinderella.
Assume, right? Yeah. You assume they're going to be white.
Snow White, Aurora.
It's great representation for these little African-American girls or anyone that's not just white to know that, there is representation in the other races.
I know. Now they can add that to the lineup. Jasmine and Tiana and Pocahontas and even Mulan, different colors on screen really make an impact, and you just heard that. All right, so the release of Prince Harry's memoir being delayed until next year. So another year of uncomfortable interactions with his family because they don't know what he's about to say. I say you just call it off. He's doing it because of the Queen's death, setting it off a year to be released not this November, but next November. And that is what's trending. Nicki Minaj understandably suing this blogger and podcaster known as Nosy Ho, but Ho is spelled Heaux. So it's fancy.
Oh, it's French.
She a fancy hoe, but her name is Marley Green, and she created this video, and she's calling Nicki Minaj terrible names, saying she's hooked on crack cocaine.
Shoveling all this cocaine up her nose. Allegedly. Thank you. Allegedly. But we all know it's true. Listen, I can't even say allegedly with that because we know it's true. I'm not saying allegedly on that. Nicki Minaj is a cokehead. We all see it.
So Nicki's suing her. Good. I'm glad these celebrities are finally standing up for themselves.
Allegedly, thank you. But actually, it's a fact. So she doesn't have any facts to back it up. And when you're a mom, especially, you don't want anything like that going around about you. Mel C, that's Sporty Spice. She is revealing something very terrible happened to her right before they hit the stage. Their very first concert as the Spice Girls in Istanbul. She was sexually assaulted.
So here we were, the eve of the first ever Spice Girls show. So I treat myself to a massage in the hotel. And what happened to me, I kind of buried immediately for years and years and years because there was other things to focus on. You know, I didn't want to make a fuss, but also I didn't have time to deal with it.
Sad.
That is so sad. And now being a grown woman, now she has to start that healing process all over again and relive that. Michelle Branch, she was on the Tamron Hall show, and she was just arrested for domestic assault against her husband. And, you know, instead of saying, where are the divorce papers? Let's just break up our family. They're working on it. They're going to see a therapist.
It's unfortunate that it took this horrible, traumatic event to hopefully my husband and I are like, maybe this, like how we were going was unsustainable. So maybe this will give us the tools to have a stronger marriage than we've ever had.
Very impressive in Hollywood to take that route. Blowing out their candles today, we have Tom Hardy turning 45. Prince Harry is 38. And almost new mama. She's about to give birth any day. Heidi Montag of the Hills is 36.
I smell a little therapy, group therapy coming up as Caitlyn joins the show. I know a little, Caitlyn. Can you break down what's going on here with the in-law?
Hey, so my husband's brother recently moved to our area, and he and my husband have, you know, been apart from each other for like 7 years or something. And now that he's close, they spend just about every ounce of free time together. So my husband will meet up with him for lunch. They will get after work beers together. You know, sometimes he will even sleep over, and it's just becoming a lot. I'm starting to feel, you know, a little replaced, a little second fiddle.
So it's that much that you're feeling like that. They're together that often?
Yes.
Okay.
That often, like even if he's here, the focus is purely just on him. It's just the two of them, and it's almost like, woman, come bring me my food or something. I mean, it's not that bad.
Oh,
yeah. It's something, it feels like that because I don't have my husband and I'm not getting that one-on-one time with him anymore. And I mean, even when he sleeps over, it's just throwing everything completely off because now the kids are back in school and he's the fun uncle, so I can't wrangle them as I normally can and keep them on track to get ready so that we can get out the door at a certain time because he wants to play. So it's just, I don't know how to approach the situation because obviously I don't want to take away his relationship with his brother. But it's just, there needs to be a limit on how much time they spend together because the focus is he's neglecting his family at this point.
Yeah. I agree with you. And I feel like the morning routine that would bother me so badly. Like you have you have so much to do and so little time, and then to have that wrench thrown into the mix. And okay, so
it's too much.
I hear you that you don't want to sound like you're this nagging wife, like, oh, you can't hang out with your brother-in-law or you're with your brother, but it does seem like you are second fiddle. So let me throw this out there and see what people have to say. Okay.
Thank you.
How is Kelly doing this morning?
Tired.
Yeah, that's a great answer. Not enough people say that. I ask probably 100 people a day, how you doing? And really rarely does anybody be honest with us and go, tired. So I just heard from Caitlyn. Basically, here's the deal. Her and her husband have a good thing going. Her brother-in-law moves back to the area, and now her husband's spending like all his time with his brother.
The part that gets me is that, you know, she would like to go to lunches with him in the afternoon every once in a while, and he'll say no, but then he'll make time for the brother. That's pretty shady. But then it's also
shady?
That's shady. Your wife wants to have a random lunch with you in the afternoon. He does it all the time. But when it affects like a morning routine to get your kids off to school, then there's that distraction. Wouldn't that be the worst, Katie?
Kelly.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
What do you do then?
She needs to put her foot down.
If this is you, what do you do?
Put her foot down. I'd either put my foot down and be like, look, you can't keep coming around as much. Like, it's messing up our schedules. Or I would find a girlfriend and match that energy.
Oh, so turnabout is fair play.
Yeah. Or, I mean, as a suggestion, maybe find him somebody to hang around so much. He sounds pretty lonely.
Oh.
Create a little secret Tinder account.
Yeah, find him a person. I don't know if she's got a friend or coworker or something. Hook him up so he's got something else to put his time in.
Why are all girls like this? Like, if you're the center of our attention and the center of our universe, and then all of a sudden we start spending a little bit of time with someone else, how come you guys all get so butthurt about this?
Sounds like a lot of it, brother.
It's not even like the center of attention thing though. Like when you start messing with the schedule and throwing stuff off like that, like that's not about me. That's about the kids, you know.
How come you guys can't just roll with the punches? How come we can't be adaptable?
Why are you doing this blanket thing? Like, you guys.
I think it is. I think it's a woman thing.
Well, how come you guys are so quick to interrupt things?
I think it's a man thing to not realize that it's an issue.
I agree. Hey, somebody had suggested through texting that she should have a conversation with the brother.
Yeah, I mean, well, yeah, both of them. I think more so the husband, because that's your partner. That's who you chose for life. You know, that's who you're doing this with. That's who you should be able to come to him with your problem and be like, look, this is disrupting our mornings. I don't feel like I'm getting the attention. Not saying she needs all the attention. That's, you know, just, I'm still here. Hello.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Hey, thanks, Kelly. Have a great morning.
Yes.
Appreciate your thoughts. Katie, what were you thinking immediately when you heard this?
Oh, I was just thinking, you know, if your kids are young enough that they actually need the stability of a morning routine, then you absolutely shouldn't have any sleepovers on school nights, because you wouldn't let your second, third grader or whatever have friends over on a school night. So why would you let someone that's going to be as disruptive, as what it sounds like, as a bunch of second and third graders? So same rules apply. No sleepovers on school nights.
They're going to ask questions like, why is Uncle Bill always sleeping over? Well, he had too much to drink again. That's going to be a weird...
No, Uncle Bill can go sleep in the garage. That's it.
All right. Good stuff. Thanks, Katie. Have a great morning.
Yeah.
Hey, if we didn't get to yours, definitely call or text. I definitely want to hear from you. Let's say I could offer you a tattoo. All right. Let's say I'd pay for it. But you didn't have to go to a tattoo parlor.
Yeah.
And it would be completely painless. Would you be more apt to get one, do you think?
Yeah. I have one that is really weighing on my mind. Like, I'd love to get it done. I just don't know if I want to.
My wife just scheduled hers. She's going to get a new one after this cancer treatment is over.
Yeah.
And I think that's cool. But scientists just invented painless tattoos.
They're called temporary tattoos.
No. These are permanent tattoos. Now, normal tattoos involve small needles jabbing you over and over thousands of times. The new technique doesn't use needles at all. At least not conventional ones. So here's what happens. You order the patch. You see your design. And what happens is there's a patch with thousands of microscopic needles on one side, so small you can't even feel them.
Yeah.
But the tattoo is permanent. The needles aren't metal. They're made of the tattoo ink. So, and they're strong enough to get through your skin, and then it dissolves. Each needle is a single pixel. They can be arranged any way you want them, and you stick it on all by yourself. So essentially what's going to happen is you will order your tattoo. They'll send you the proof. You'll look at it. They'll send you a patch.
Yeah.
You take that patch out of the envelope. You put it anywhere on your body you want it. It'll stay on there for about a day or a day and a half. It'll dissolve by itself. And then, poof. And they're supposed to be cheaper than a regular tattoo. And there's almost zero risk of infection because there's no blood exposed.
Okay.
So, for the regular consumer, cool.
Yeah.
For the tattoo parlor or the tattoo artist, not so cool anymore.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people will just order them at home.
Exactly. They'll not be needed.
So,
this is mine. So I drew a diagram. I gave myself that gap. But these are my legs.
What does it say?
It's Morse code. And it's... Look at me like that again. You asked me. You said, come up with what you'd want tattooed. So you're going to look at me like that. It's Liam's name and his birthday. And it would go from the bottom of my butt cheek all the way down to my Achilles. I think it looks cool. I think it looks really cool.
Might be the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life.
I think you are. So
you want your son's name and birth date in Morse code.
Yeah.
From your butt cheek to your ankle.
How cool is that? It would be
not at all.
Beep, 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 beep. I haven't even gotten to my ankle yet.
So disappointed that I asked you about this.
Beep, 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 beep.
I would go with a badass neck tattoo.
Wouldn't you?
What?
You gotta back that stuff up though. Like I know you want that face tattoo. If you get a neck tattoo, you gotta back it up. You can't be part of a moped group.
That's what I would get. I would get
you
a
can't
tribal.
Coach youth football and have a neck tattoo.
Yeah,
it doesn't work.
I think you're more respected with a neck tattoo.
Oh, you're a poser.
The Playhouse Podcast is made possible thanks to Bradshaw and Bryan Law Offices. Catch the live show weekdays from 5:30 to 9 on 104.7 KCLD. Now, share this with a friend.